So in a previous video, we covered the first set of accessories, which are the remote IDs. And in this video, we're going to cover the Trend Networks Amplifier Wand. Now this can really increase the speed of your workflow, especially when you're turning up to site and you've got to find one particular faulty cable from a pile of them. Now, what I've done is I've set up a group of cables, unlabeled, and I've got no idea which one that I need. So in this scenario, let's say you've got a network cable running from the kitchen, running back, and that needs to be connected to the network switch. So you take your PoE Pro, you go into the kitchen, you plug into the network port in the kitchen, you turn on the PoE Pro, you press the musical notes button, and now this has changed the PoE Pro to emitting a tone down the cable. You can choose from a couple of different tones, and you can actually choose whether you want the tones to come out of an individual cable or all of them. And because we're not trying to fault find, we're just trying to find the cable, we leave it to sending to all of them. Now back at the switch end, you've got a pile of cables that you've got no idea which is which, because the wonderful person who did the first fix didn't bother labeling them. So with the wand, you press the yellow button on the top, making sure you've got the volume turned up, which is that on the side there. There we go. I'm getting tone through this one. I can hear it very quietly through another one. But just through the volume of the tone, I think it's that one. And then just to confirm, I can use my remote ID, plug it in, and then press and hold the musical notes button to put me back to the network testing side, and it's telling me all the pins are wired. Remote ID 01. Job's good. I've now found that cable, I can label it up for the kitchen and move on to the next room. That's so much quicker than any other method, especially if you haven't had control of first fix and you're walking onto site for the first time. And that doesn't stop just there. If you're in a situation where you've got a Dolby Atmos speaker system, so you could have 12 speakers just in one room, they're all running back to the same place, and you've no idea which one's which. This is where you use the accessory cable, plug it in, you turn the tone on, and I have here just a pair of speaker cables, but you could have, as I said, a Dolby Atmos system and all of the multi-room speakers across the house all coming back to the same point. So we could be talking 10, 20, 30 individual cables. So to speed up this whole process, just grab one at the speaker end, connect the conductors, and it takes, you know, a plus and a minus, and it doesn't matter which way round. We go back to where the main arterial cables is coming out. In my case, it's just this pair. Take my wand. There we go, found it. And what's also really cool is you've got a confirmation light as well as the volume increase. There we go. The other conductor is picking it up just a touch, but that would be crosstalk because the cables are coiled up. But that's a definite. And then you can label that cable up. And if you've got anything more than a pair of cables, then this is going to save you time on every single site and where you've had no control over what's happened previously, even as far as power cables. Now obviously with power cables there is a massive safety consideration, so make sure the power is off. But if you had this power cable hanging out of the ceiling or a wall to be connected up, just connect up the bare ends, you go to the other end, there we go, you can actually see the light there flickering in sequence with the tone, and this allows you to find the needle in the haystack. The wand has a headphone socket, so you don't annoy other people on site, and you've got a light in the end, so you can press both at the same time if needed. But it's a nice bright light, so you can use in dark areas with no problem at all. So we've got the volume here, headphone socket here, and they've actually nicely embossed it into the plastic, and it runs off a 9-volt battery. And there's a place in the case, so this will snugly fit in along with the PoE Pro and the remote IDs. And then to come out of this tone mode, press and hold the musical notes, and we're back to where we were. And it's even reading the cable length of that bit of cable. There we go. That's the Amplifier wand with the PoE Pro. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.